And we are live. Welcome back, everybody. This is Spencer Foreman and
Kurt Von Onen.
And you're joining us for Marketing Hub Solutions. And today we're going to talk about how to sell anything, anytime, anywhere. But today specifically, we're going to talk about your automotive service customers. Now, for those of you who haven't joined us before, today we're going to discuss a ready-to-go one-time purchase software that's based on the #1 open source platform in the world, WordPress. But we've curated specifically into a product that has a price of just $197 one time. But what it does is it solves the #1 pain point that most small businesses have, especially service businesses. What is that, you ask? The business problem is how to put yourself, your products, your services, your direct support for sale in all the various social medias, websites, and so forth. But to do it without any technical skills required using your most, let's say, popular or easy to use tools. For example, you might take a link and we'll show you today how to put it into a YouTube video or Instagram or Facebook, or maybe make a Canva. That's a beautiful, easy to use graphic programs, website or banner or brochure. And everything that is clickable takes the product or service you want to sell, puts it immediately into a secure, gorgeous checkout that's simple to use, as you'll see. Then all of your customer orders and subscriptions go into one place. Now, the last part about this before we dive in, unlike other solutions out there, the most important benefit, besides this being a one-time purchase of just $197 with lifetime unlimited updates and support for the plugins themselves, is we do not have any relationship that takes any percentage of your sales. Like many of the services out there will take 10% and whatever percentage they want. You will pay whatever your gateway fees are for the credit card. Typically with Stripe, it's 2.9% and 30 cents a transaction, but that's just normal anyway. All right, I want to allow Kurt to introduce himself a little more in his background, because Kurt and I have known each other very well in the WordPress space where this comes from, but he, like myself, is a gearhead, a motorhead, and a specialist, and we both understood that these services and products we're offering to tech people are perfectly suited for the industries we both love. What do you say, Kurt?
Yeah, Spencer, when you and I started talking about this, I couldn't help but get excited because I have decades of experience in fixed operations, working at dealerships on the service side. So a car dealership split into two sections: variable operations and fixed operations. Fixed operations is everything that's, parts, service, even car rentals, things like that. And my background's in that. And I can remember just the pain of trying to put out an oil change special, right? And so the dealer principal would come down, some graphic artist would come in, a month later, we'd see some rendering of something, and it was for direct mail or something. So then we'd spend $8,000, sending out direct mail. And then my responsibility as the service manager is to upsell every oil change from $19.95 to an average ticket of $200 or $300 or whatever that goal was, right? It's part of what made the automotive, thing slimy, right? It's just part of what made things icky. Dude, when you and I talked about this, I was like, wait a minute, this isn't direct mail. This isn't, I have to get people to go to this landing page to make something. I have to drive traffic to a specific thing. It's not like that. It's like, we talked, you showed it to me, and I was like, wait a minute. I don't have to have a graphic designer. I don't have to have a 30-day or 45-day mock-up experience. I don't have to worry about it going to printing and then proofing the print. I just have to produce the offer, put the link out there in the ether, and watch the money come in. It's a pretty cool deal.
It's democratizing the checkout experience, but it does it in a way that, quite frankly, and again, you said it so well, it allows anybody with no technical experience and is just a normal staff of people that work in a regular, I have a computer environment, to sell anything, anywhere, anytime. That's the catchphrase, because it's really true. Whereas people get so hung up, or have gotten so hung up on all the other details that go around, I can't start a whole website around this. By the way, I didn't mention it in the initial intro, but one of the benefits of this is it acts as an independent engine. So while it is true that you can put a custom URL on it, it doesn't have to actually do anything with your current website. It can be completely independent And in doing so, you have it for a variety of other things that could extend out to, but like it acts as an independent piggy bank or a subscription management system. So you don't have to get your graphic artist on board. You don't have to get permission from somebody that's running your marketing or tech team. It can be used very quickly and easily.
You touched on something, and I don't want to confuse it for people that are watching. I'm thinking, because I put this link out to share it with people in the automotive industry, people I knew that were consultants, all these things. And I'm like, if people watch this and see what it really does, it could be a game changer. But like I said, oil change. Imagine if you're a service manager running a shop and you're fighting to get new customers in. So there's customer acquisition and there's customers by conquest, right? There's customers that you get and there's customers that you steal from the competition. So if we think in these terms, dude, it's not just, I got to sell an oil change. This could be, I want to set up a subscription platform where the customers come to me on a prepaid basis every 6 months for an oil change, right?
Yeah.
You can automate the whole process. It's so cool.
I mean, one of the things that we agree upon, and I talked about this was from, you and I have a couple miles on the odometer, but back in the late 90s, early 2000s, I was involved with a company that created one of the first automated postcard systems for automotive dealerships to remind people when the likelihood was for them to get an oil change. And all it did was the person came in, signed up, they did their first oil change. It kept track of their average mileage based upon an algorithm of what they said they drove, and it sent them out a postcard. Yeah. That system we sold for millions of dollars. But the point was, now you can do this for $197. And even if you keep it at the level we're offering now, it's enough that you can have a subscription that's set for a certain time frame for what somebody buys an oil change, or whether it be rotation, it could be any kind of maintenance, it could be any kind of upsell, it could be events. Hey, we're having a Sunday brunch for the Porsche meet over whatever. It could
free
be
hot
for
dog on Saturday.
Yeah, somebody who does too. I mean, whatever it is that you sell. Now, here's the best part about it. I often get the question, well, we have a point of sale system, we have accountants, and we have this and that. It doesn't matter, because all the money is going to end up going through one system that you own and control, and ends up in the one bank account that you allocate. So it has full reporting, it has full integration with any of the major accounting systems, QuickBooks and Xero and so forth. And it even has beautiful dashboard capabilities if you want to connect to it, because under the hood, all of this is based on WordPress, WooCommerce, launch flows, and a few other plugins. What we've done is exactly what happens in the car dealership. Nobody goes to the car dealer and says, can I please have a box of Porsche parts? I'm going to put it together myself. They go, I would like that brand new 911 Carrera. And you drive off supported by the dealer. We've simply curated the simplest, lowest number of parts together. There are things you can do at a higher level if you have a relationship with us and you want to do more. But just how can we box it into a one-time sale that anybody can use? And I think we should dive into this. I want to show them what it is and what it does. Because like right now, we've been teasing the tiger here a little bit. All right, so what I have done is I put together, this is the engine. Now, I want to make very clear to everybody, you do not ever actually need to show anything on this site. I know that sounds very strange, but you literally can have nothing at all except a blank site. So I will make this the proof in the pudding by saying you could put your logo on the front page, just call this the home page, and never even show this to a human being. That would be perfectly fine. But I'm just going to show you here because none of this is required in order to design anything, but I'm going to do this and I'll put in the logo. And that way I just have like a starting point. And this is what I do myself, by the way, when it comes to what is it that I show for my engine, because I use this for my business. I don't show anything on the home page. It's just, I literally will show you here. It's 1WD-TV. This is my engine. We use the very same product. That's it, because nobody needs to see it. What I'm going to do next is what's important, okay? So I've created a homepage, and then what I'll do is I'll just make this the homepage by default. And again, you guys don't need to do any of this stuff. This will come ready to use. I just want to show you how flexible it is, and anybody who's ever used WordPress would benefit. Okay, now I've got it set. So let's just go to the homepage, and we've got nothing more than that. When the person wants to set up something to sell, there's only 3 steps required. Create a product or a subscription, say how much it is and what it does, and then copy the link and paste it to email, social media, another website, Canva, or you could sell it directly here using the methods that we'll talk about. So let's start with making a product. On the back end, all one needs to do is go up here to products. And I've allocated the dashboard so the top items are all you need to focus on. I had already created a product, and I'll show you what this is so we can use this as the conversation point. We can make another type of product or two as well. All you do is decide what type of a product is it. Now, a simple product is something that people pay for one time. A variable product is something they pay for one time that has choices. It's big or small or medium. It's red, green, yellow. It's maybe different colors. And you can also do simple subscription or variable subscription. So those also make it very easy where you can have somebody say, I want to have an oil change every 30 days. Well, this will automatically bill them, send out a notice that they've paid, and they're ready to come in and just use it. All right.
That's
but let's think of the simple one, right? I just say, what's the price? In this case, $50. I then say, is it virtual or not? Now, this is a great option. So simple. Let's say you wanted to sell something that got shipped to people. Maybe you're offering filters or light bulbs or something else that, people can put in themselves, and you want to ship it to them. If you uncheck this box, instead of just taking email and name, it'll take address information as well. This product will be virtual, so we'll leave that off. And then we say, where does the person go? Now, in this case, we're going to take them right to the checkout. But there might be a situation where somebody has one or two or three items they want to sell in a sequence. So this is a super simple way to offer 1, 2, 3. But wait, there's more.
There's more
in a row. And if the person already has it, they don't have to take it or they don't have to be shown it. But you can daisy chain by just choosing which is the next page. And then similarly, we have a built-in thank you page that has information about what somebody bought, but you could do the same thing after checkout. Maybe you sell them one product, you get their credit card, it saves the credit card, but then you take them to a page. But wait, special offer today. That's called a post-checkout upsell, right? So, and then finally, we can go ahead and I've already done this for simplicity, but you put a product image in here. Now, I want to explain how simple the imagery stuff is because we talked about it. There is a free, incredibly powerful site called canva.com. They've grown to $1 billion company because everybody, including my mother, can use this, right? Even us professionals. And what I did is I just literally typed in, automotive logos, and it gave me 8 trillion inspirations from which I could pick. And literally all I did was I just picked one and I started editing. And I can show you how stupidly simple it is. You pick one of these, say customize the template, and you can put whatever you want. The office person can do this. The mechanic in the back can do it. It's Spence gear, let's go. And then I've got a logo that I just click download and I'm rocking and rolling. We're going to show in a minute, though, we can do the same thing for making sales pages, brochures, promotional pamphlets, even live hosted stuff, right? So I did that. And that's what I used to create this image where I literally just uploaded it into the media library. And that's as simple as just saying upload and select a file. Okay. And now I've got it in here. And then here's the magic, Kurt. So the magic on this is right here, the checkout link. This link has now programmed into it. And this is the whole point. This link can be used anywhere, anytime, and it will send somebody directly into the checkout with this product, right? So Let's go here to the checkout just to show that we've cleaned it out. Okay, let's empty this out so we see that it's empty. Now imagine, like that. I'm going to we're going to show this live. Let's say I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I go, oh, I've got this great new product for sale. I've done a newspaper advertisement. I've done, as we'll do in a second, a web page with Canva. I paste that URL into the link that I'm giving people. When they click that button, magic ensues. Here we are, ready to check out, ready to purchase. The product is in there. Now, a couple features to point out because I am logged in here, not incognito. But if I was incognito, this would not have my information in it. It would be blank, ready for the person to add their information. Their first name and last name. If they have a special coupon you want to give them, they can add the coupon in. If they have not used a credit card before, they simply type it in here and it's ready to go. In this case, it will save their credit card information securely at Stripe. So the next time they come to buy, they don't even have to add that information. They can have a one-click checkout. So in this case, I'll just check out as me. I purchase the product. I'm taken to the thank you page that's already set up by default, and I'm done. Now, this person now got what they want. They got their receipt. They can go back to their account area and they can see exactly what they've purchased. So they're happy and so forth. Now, it doesn't show it here because I'm the admin. We're going to do this one logged out next. But the idea is, how much time did that take? It took 3 minutes. Let's do one together with Canva, because I want to go back to this. So if I went back to Canva and I went to home, I would do something like automotive website. Why? Because here, without any graphic skills, look at this crazy, awesome stuff. Let's do one together. Let's do this one. This is kind of sexy. Okay. And as fast as this, for $197, you take your Pufka and you put this with this. Let's get your, we'll be literal. Let's get your oil changed.
Let's get your oil changed.
Right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to change this to buy it now. You can say whatever you want. We're going to go back over here. Remember, we were just inside editing the product. We're going to copy that link. That's your link. I'm going to go into Canva. I'm simply going to click on this item, ungroup it if I want. I'm going to click on this item, either the words or whatever. And I'm going to choose the link and I paste in, hit enter. Right. Okay. So enter. Do it one more time.
3 times for a charm.
It says it's added, and I'm just wanting to make sure it's added. This itself has now made, in no time flat, an amazing like prospect or banner or website. Let's do the website version. Canva allows you to just change this into a website and give it its own unique, for free, URL. So from a marketing standpoint, no money's involved, no specialties involved. Just say free domain, click here, and we'll call this oil change special. Okay? That somebody's already got it. We'll say oil change Pufka. Okay? And you can describe it if you want. Get your oil change today. Now, what Pufka provides is the mechanics of you being able to take the money through the credit card system, have a cash register. We're connecting it to Canva, not because you have to use Canva. You can use any page builder you want. You can even use the website you've got there. But this allows you to have any Tom, Dick, or Harry on your team make something ridiculously sexy like this, right? And so by clicking the button, boom, now somebody's taken immediately to checkout, ready to buy. That's it. I mean, okay, so let's talk about some use cases, because I wanted to show the technology and emphasize how stupidly simple this is, and that it's just 197, right? So in other words, we'll have the link below, but at wplaunchify.com, Pufka, you just pay one time. We give you the whole setup. You can have it hosted on any site you want, like the average of $3 to $4 a month, or I think $53 for a whole year will cover it, or we can take care of doing it for you. But most people just already know about a free website, pop it on there and you're done. Let's talk about the use cases. So we were talking earlier about oil change services. Let's do maybe subscriptions or services or appointments, or
dude. You sell a set of tires and then you want to rotate those tires every 3 to 6 months. You put that on a rotation, and anyone that's running a service center knows that tires are the gateway to profits, right? So you might not make a lot of money selling a tire, right? Because the margin's not that high. But every time you pull the wheels off a car, you're doing a goodwill inspection and you're looking at brakes and brake lines and need for an alignment and suspension issues, fluid leaks. All that stuff is evident because once you get the car in the air and you pull the wheels off, it ain't going anywhere until you have the opportunity to, inform the client and upsell from that. So if you can get a subscription in for tire rotations, even if it's just $10 for a tire rotation. It's the sales and expansion opportunity you bring to your shop through the tool.
Let's do that. Let's do exactly that. So together, we're going to start from scratch. We're going to make a tire rotation subscription, right? So tire rotation. Now, you're the shop owner, the service manager. We're going to do this as a simple subscription, virtual, because we're not shipping anything. Let's come up together. Let's come up with the price for the service and then how often somebody should be charged for it. So let's just use a number for a rotation. Might be what, $100, $120?
It's cheap. Let's just say $14.95.
Okay, $14.95, and then we have every day, week, month, year. So we could do alternatives too. It could be every second. How often would you say?
Every third month.
Okay, so every third month, $14.95. Super duper simple. We can even say things like, hey, this is on sale, right? So if normally you wanted to say the price is $24.95, you could say the sales price is $14.95, and it'll say on sale now, right? Easy.
That sounds like a deal.
You could just, well, I mean, this is why it's so simple, right? Because you don't have to program much in here. You just can make it easy for them, easy for you. Stop renewing. We're just going to keep this going until somebody cancels, which they can do at any time. And then you could even do like a free trial if you wanted to give them the first one free. Or you can say, listen, the first time is the tough one because, Tom down the street worked on this car and it's a mess. But you could charge a one-time fee on the first time and then the rest continues to bill. All right. Next, let's do that product image like we talked about. So let's go back to Canva because this is so stupidly awesome easy. And we're going to say, where's that? Tire rotation. And we could do a variety of things, but let's just pick something.
The best tire for your car.
I mean, you can't get better than this, right? So, best tire for your car, and you can just change it to your brand name, right? We could say Kurt has. Kurt has the rights, right? Right. And you can do whatever you want.
This is good.
We're going to download that image, right? Just as is as a PNG. We can make it smaller if we wanted. It doesn't matter that much. It's very forgiving of your graphic tendencies. So you don't have to worry if you're not getting everything perfect. We're going to add that image here. And as I showed you, it's just as simple as choosing the file from your desktop. In this case, I have a download. And it's this one. And once I set that in place, then we're just going to go ahead and make sure that the product knows where to go, right? So we wanted, in this case, to go to the checkout like the other one did. We don't want to go to another page. But by the way, we could choose, instead of the checkout, we could take them to the page that has the button or the link that we just made from Canva to, they check out and then they go to the Canva product, or they put this in the cart and go to the Canva product. You can daisy chain them together. In this case, I'll just keep this simple. And also the thank you would go here. And this clean sales page just means that if somebody did want to use this page, you could actually customize this WordPress site page that you have as the sales page. You don't have to use Canva. But what we're trying to do here, Kurt, is to get it where people don't have to learn WordPress. I mean, in other words, there's 5 things we're teaching you here. That's all you need to know. Log in, click this, add this, and then do things in a graphic tool that a couple 100 million people are already using, right? Okay, so as we described, we're done. Now what we want to go get that Launch Flows checkout link, and that's all there is to that. Now, what I would really like to do here is I'm going to share another window is what I'm going to do. I want to make it, well, you know what? It doesn't matter. Let's do it even though I'm logged in. At the end, we'll do a full checkout with the real product so we can show the thank you and the rest. But here's the link. And that will send that new product as a subscription, $14.95 every 3 months into there. Somebody subscribes, it'll tell them renewal information, so on and so forth. They can, again, use the same card. Notice we talked about it. It could be a one-click checkout. Nothing more to do, right? Super simple. So now you've got 2 things. If somebody subscribes for this, in the back end, you're going to have information about all of your subscribers. And we've made that easy too, because they will be listed right here. The regular orders will be listed right here. And then the customizing is where I was mentioning you could change your logo and everything else. Look how simple this is, even for a layperson. You just click customize. And then all you got to do is roll your mouse over and click, and you can just change the logo out to whatever you want it to be. If you want, you can change the color scheme. You don't have to do this because, like we said, it's just set up as like basic colors, but you could change the colors, anything you wanted to do. It's all under the hood, but we've taken essentially like a brand new Porsche. Nobody needs to know what happens with the suspension system and the mechanics and the drivetrain. You just get in the car, in the cockpit, and drive it, right? And here's another one, because we're going to do a third choice, I think. But like if somebody wanted to, you could also use the existing shop capability. So it is possible that you can have an array of things that are offered in a variety of ways. But the biggest issue is just that link, that magic link. And then let's go over here. I'm going to go over
a whole other angle on this, Spencer, and that is, think of the people I reached out to on LinkedIn that are automotive consultants or direct digital marketing agents out there. This tool, you could buy this tool and you could serve 10 dealers out of the same tool. I mean, you're just sharing the link to other social platforms. So you don't have to worry about having this dealer on their own tool. You can service 8, 10, 15 locations on the same tool.
I mean, I'm glad you brought it up, because our business is showing people who are implementers how to do stuff. So if you're a WordPress implementer, if you're a marketing expert, go high level, one of the CRMs, like I just did while you're talking, I just did a tweet, right? I'm selling tires, get them now. Here's the link. Here's the actual image. I'm going to post it and my audience will understand. And somebody comes here, they see the tweet, they click, they're sent right to the checkout. Like, that enables you to connect to all the social media marketing you need, and all the money goes into one place. It all goes into the one shop that you own, you control, connects to your Stripe account. You'll notice that you're already set up here with Stripe because we put in a test account. But when you go to actually put this together for yourself, you literally only have to go into the Stripe account box and then change the keys. So as fast as I'm doing here, you just go in and say, edit account keys. You put in your live keys, click save. You are done. You are now taking money live to your Stripe account. So I'm sure I will get a couple orders on this. Maybe I'll delete it before I do. The same is true for Facebook, right? I mean, LinkedIn, whatever place that you do your magic, right? I'm selling tires. You paste it in, you put the image in. And I mean, literally speaking, my mom, she's 80 this year. My mom could literally do this and become an expert. I've literally just posted to my social network that I have a sale on, and now this is perpetually in there. And by the way, this works with affiliate management. It works with all the SEO tools, anything that you want to track this stuff. But we've got the ability built in for you to actually keep track of where, let's say you're working with partners, affiliates. You can have a special referral code that you add on as a free add-on to this that allows you to essentially track who clicked what from whom and that sort of thing. All right. So let's do
one thing that you brought up there, and I want to make sure that people in the automotive industry understand what you meant there, right? Car dealerships run on a DCS platform, right? Dealer communication system. So this doesn't matter if you're on Reynolds and Reynolds, ADP, Lightspeed, what I used to call the useless computer system, UCS. It doesn't matter what platform your dealership is on. This is a separate tool, far and away beyond whatever it is. But that link, that magic link, could be added to the CRM tool that your DCS is using to send out and remarket to your clients. So you've got a CRM tool that you're using at your dealership that might have 12, 15, 18, 50,000 customers in it, and 40,000 you haven't talked to in the last 5 years. This is the perfect opportunity to remarket to people you haven't talked to in forever.
In other words, so you can even further categorize things. So you'll notice here, you don't need to get this complicated. You could do campaigns. You could make a campaign that says, oil campaign. Okay. When you make a product and you put it inside of one or the other category, now what you got is the option of being able to track things that when you take that link and you use it in another system, even email, you can have the information in there to understand, like, this is a bunch of stuff I did as a system, as a process. I can track it as a group or a cohort in addition to just the individual. But more importantly, like you said, with that link, let's do like an email. I don't know if this is my personal email here. Let's see what I got here. If I just compose a new email.
I'm selling tires and changing oil.
Exactly, right? Like, Kurt, well, I'll send it to myself, spencerforeman.com, and be like, you've got tires, right? And I paste the link in, and I can use a shortener on this. So if you've never done that, you can have something like a bit.ly URL shortener. You can use one of these other free tools like
we haven't even started to talk about pretty links.
Yeah, let's say I'll use this. A URL shortener is the generic one. I paste that long, crazy link in here, say shorten, and now it looks a little happier. And then I just go in here and I paste it in. And I might do something like this. Get your tires now. And I would probably just highlight this. And then I use the link here. That's the wrong button. I use the link here. And now I'm done. Now I've got an email. When somebody gets it, they go to it, boom. That baby is in the checkout ready to buy. Okay. So we've covered, let's say, Twitter, we've covered Facebook, we've covered email. You can use it in your YouTube videos, right? So we're doing a YouTube video now. If we went to YouTube, WP Launchify, where this is being hosted, hey, this is Spence. We could go ahead and on any video, when we create it, we can add the link in the description. So here's our video that we're doing now live. I won't edit it while we're doing it, but let's say you go, it's echoing in. I could edit the text and put a link in the bottom right here that says click to get this thing that we're talking about. Instagram, TikTok, any of the other kinds of ways of doing it. Okay. Let's reiterate what's involved in this idea. The idea is Poofka is the product. If we were at poofka.com, this is part of a philosophy that, being 20 years in web development, you and I both, and WordPress in specific terms, we remember, I remember the day when people bought software one time and you had a relationship, and that was the best we got. And there's other people I'm inspired by, Chicagoan, like Jason Fried. They're one of the leading companies doing SaaS. They're doing this with their company once. I completely was sold when I saw him talk about this, because we were already doing Poofka, and I decided this is how we're going to sell this. We're going to take all of the things that are normally available in our higher system, the WP Launch Kit, Marketing Hub, that can take this and go to the moon. But by giving it as a one-time sale, $197, and then by giving somebody, if they need hosting, a link to just pay for the year for $53 or whatever it is, you've given somebody full power, like impulse buy, like buying a People magazine or chocolates or AAA batteries. Just say, I've got to have that because it'll pay for itself even if I use it once, right? All right.
That's the return on investment, the potential margin out of this is the super attractive part for me, Spencer. When I was in fixed operations, automotive, so I did automotive, power sports, marine, aviation, all of those. And I know what dealerships spend on marketing bells and whistles. And I know that they largely focus in the sales department, and sometimes they ignore service. But this is so affordable, so easy, and the potential gain is so high that you got to at least try it.
Well, what we've got that stands behind is a couple things, and then we'll show how to get this and wrap it up, because there isn't really that much more to do. It's a full money back guarantee. Okay. So you have 30 days, full money back guarantee. Number one. Number two, the two of us have been in this business for some time, but myself, Spencer Foreman, you're welcome to check out, in the WordPress space, the leading expert, thousands upon thousands of pieces of content per year. Plus, I have over 50,000 customers. This is essentially the top-down best stuff in WordPress curated into a product. And you can see all the content and other things that we've done together and myself. So this is coming from a higher authority, and it's a trustworthy source. It is a piece of a larger system that I sell called WP Launch Kit or Marketing Hub, for the purposes of giving a business owner immediate satisfaction. We've got the sales page at poofka.com/automotive service. Now, you can go to poofka.com, but this is the link that will lead you to, we're going to offer three things here. It's the Poofka bundle, $197. I'm going to include the full setup of the site that we demonstrated here. So you don't even have to set anything up. It will literally be one click. It installs the whole thing, including the demo products we've shown. It comes with unlimited lifetime updates. There won't be much, but there's like the regular plugin updates because there's just a few components. And then the support that you get is not hands-on support. I want to be clear about that. This is support for the plugin itself or the plugins themselves so that they work. That's it. Because you're only paying us $197. We're not coming to live at your house and clean your kitchen for you. But you could always take it farther. So if you ended up needing it, you could always find me and you and everybody else over by WP Launchify, where we're available for all the other things that need to be done. Now, you've got Mañana No Mas and your other businesses, but the point is we're going nowhere. But this is, we're selling you a one-time simplified thing that takes the best of what this is doing, and that's it. When you click here, you'll be taken to WP Launchify to buy it using the same tools. You will check out with the very same PUFCA and so forth. I've already got PUFCA in my cart, by the way. And you can purchase it with full assurance that you have nothing to lose. Because if you don't like it, it doesn't work out, I don't give you the answers you need, you can return it. There is no harm, no foul, no money. No money needs to be concerned. But the idea for you is that you could probably pay for this with just one thing, one advertisement, one bonus. More importantly for me, I think this will lead to many small business owners just doing the thing that for me has been very important lately: simplifying, streamlining, getting rid of the 10,000 choices in favor of, I make a product, I take the link, I put it anywhere, and all the money comes into one spot where I know who's paying me one time or regular. What do you think, Kurt?
To me, this is like the technician that steps on that Snap-on tool truck thinking he's not going to buy anything. And he sees those circlip pliers he just has to have that day, right?
Right.
This is that tool, right? Because a dealership has, they might have a social media marketing person, they might have a graphic, they might have an office manager, they have like I said, a dealer communication system. Well, this is that Snap-on truck. You just stepped on the truck and you're going, oh crap, I got to have those Snap-on. I got to have that. And this is it. And it's cheap enough to do. Try it. And money back guarantee. Now you can't lose.
I mean, it's the tool, again, because I was in aviation. I was also in automotive, not professionally, but for my own leisure. And I had a whole garage full of stuff. And, there's that one angled wrench. There's that one specialty hex thing. There's the metric, but there's the Japanese threaded Phillips screwdrivers. I didn't know that until I started working on Mercedes.
The Japanese Phillips is a pretty common thing.
I know, but who would have known, right? Stripping them out. This is the tool that you didn't realize existed, but once you have it for the price, we're trying to make it like you must buy it, you must tell your friends. And I think what we want to say also, and this is important, Kurt, I want to show one other thing as inspiration. If you are inclined, if you're handy, I want to show you something. If one were to go to Etsy.com, this is a craft place. Now, this is a marketplace for people who make cool stuff. Watch what happens when I type in Canva templates. There is an entire market, an ecosystem of people making tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars doing, guess what? Making Canva templates that they sell to business owners. So if you are not the service owner yourself, but you're a handy person, you like web stuff, you're good with marketing, you can just do exactly as you see here. You make a library of cool stuff using Canva that works with this, and all your clients have to do is, whether you're doing it or they're doing it, is just add the links. But like, there's a whole second and third tier of stuff that could be done with this. And I think that's the bigger goal that I'm trying to explain in the realm of what we do for WP Launchify, Launch Kit, and Marketing Hub, is making this set of tools into something that everybody has, like almost Lego blocks or IKEA furniture. So it doesn't matter what you're doing. Everybody's got the same stuff. Magic ensues, right?
Yep.
All right, Awesome. Great. I want to say thanks for you taking the time today, and everybody else. I want to let everyone know we're going to be doing a regular show once a week that is, it takes me back to my childhood with the Ron Popeils and the QVC network and all this infomercials. It's undeniable we're selling, but we're selling stuff that has, like, I got to have, like, blue blocker sunglasses. I got to have that right now because I get it. And I think that's how simple we want this to be, right?
It chops, it blocks, it slices, it dices. That's not all.
But wait, there's more. Everybody, I hope you join us over at poofka.com, Poofka.com. You can see the links inside of the video where you catch this. You can email both of us directly if you have questions. Otherwise, Kurt, thanks for joining me today. I'm going to see you next week, and I'll see all the rest of you guys as well. Till then, bye.
See ya.